everybody, it's Christina here, and today I'm going to be using the Card Makers collection. So we're going to use the cupcake special from this kit, and in this kit you'll get all the things that you need. You'll get some papers, some inspiring ideas from the magazine, and the basics that you need to make the cupcake. So we have the dies, we have the embossing folder, and we have the stamps at the bottom to either stamp your cake or add your sentiments. So for my card, I've got a top folding base card. From the paper pack, I've cut myself a layer that leaves a small border around the edge, and I've also cut myself another smaller layer in the cream, and this is the layer that I need to work on first. So from the dies, I've used some gold card to cut myself a cupcake base. I've used some white card to cut the middle parts of the cake, and I've coloured this all with brown. And I've cut myself one of these top pieces and I've coloured that in brown because this is going to be a chocolate cake. I don't need the cherry, but I've cut myself a lot of candles that are all going to sit on this cake. So with the panel that we cut, we need to know how far up this card the cake is going to go. So I'm just going to add in the pieces to the cake. I'm not gluing them down, it's just a dry run. And I'm going to add these pieces in along there. And the top to the cake will sit there. So I need to make just some little marks so that I know how far up the card that cake is going to go and how far down and how wide it is. So they're just little registration marks for me. Now on the piece that you've put the registration marks on it, you're going to stamp happy birthday, you're how old. But if you don't trust yourself going directly onto the card to start with, have a practice run on some scrap paper. So you need to leave yourself enough room down the card to stamp in the happy birthday. So we'll write in and it doesn't need to be neat, it's just handwriting. So once you've got that in, you can then position in the happy birthday. Then with the candle, you have your registration marks so you know how high the top of the cake is. You're just going to stamp in some candles so that you can miss your words. And we're going to have them so many on the cake that they're going to fall off. So we need to come down the side of the cake and pop some candles so that they're falling down to the floor. Okay. Now with the candles that you've cut and the candles on your cake, you need to colour them in. So all you're going to do is just put some orange in the flame, and then you're going to just mark up the little stripes on the candles. So I'm just going to do these, and you're going to do that to all of them, the ones that you've cut and the ones that are on your card. And then once you've done all that, you're going to run it through your embossing folder, and when you've finished it will look like this. So now that I have all the pieces ready for my cake, I've added some foam tape, some very thin foam tape just to the back of some of the candles, and I've matted and layered these two pieces together. So I can now add this to my base card. And then once I've left a small border around that edge, I can now add in my cake. So I've got some foam pads on the back, and I think we'll put this right down here at the bottom, because don't forget we put marks in there so that we know how wide the cake would be. So I'm going to add this layer in, and then the next layer, and the third layer, and then we'll add in the top to the cake. and the candles will be sat right on top of the cake. Now with the candles that I've got some foam tape to the back, I'm just going to pop these also on the top of the cake. So these are just going to sit along there. So we'll add one there. And then we're going to bring some of the others down the cake because they're going to be falling off, just the same as the ones that we stamped. So we'll bring some down here. Now this is a fabulous birthday card to give to somebody, but you'll need to make sure that they have a sense of humour before you do, because there's so many candles on this cake that they can't stay on the top. So we'll just have that one in there, and then I'm going to flat glue any that are left that are falling down the cake. Where can I put this one? I'll put this one down there, and we'll just add some glue to the back of this one, and I'll add that in right along there. Now with a glue pen I'm just adding some dots of glitter onto the cake, and then I'm going to sprinkle it with some glitter just to make it shine, to make it all sparkly. So there we have a fun card for somebody's birthday, and that's made using the Card Makers collection. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please give it the thumbs up, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.